Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5, where every local story starts here. A couple of today's top stories. A man is behind bars following an officer-involved shooting in Berea, and KSP is investigating a shooting on Doylesville Road. Plus, more bankruptcy news for AppHarvest. All the details, plus more right here today, Live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV live news, big story of the day. A man has been taken into custody after an officer-involved shooting that occurred around 10:30 today in Berea. According to Mayor Bruce Fraley, the incident was prompted by a shooting fire called involving Berea Police. The shooting took place during a domestic dispute on Redwood Drive, located south of Dogwood near I-75. Following the altercation, a female involved in the incident left the scene in her vehicle and has later been located and accounted for. During the altercation, the male suspect was shot once and subsequently transported to a hospital for medical treatment. The severity of his injuries has not been disclosed at this time. The Kentucky State Police were called in to provide assistance alongside the Madison County Sheriff's Department. No law enforcement officers were injured during the incident. Given the seriousness of the situation, the Berea Police Department has requested the KSP to take charge of the investigation to ensure a thorough and impartial examination of the events leading to the officer-involved shooting. Further details about the circumstances surrounding the incident and the identity of the individual have not been released at this time, but of course WBON TV will be watching to make sure that those get released to you as soon as possible. Well, in another shooting, the Kentucky State Police Post 7 Richmond was contacted just before 2:30 this past Friday afternoon in reference to a shooting that occurred on Doylesville Road in Madison County. The initial investigation reports that Robert Gardner, 42, of Richmond, came to the property of Gerald Barger, 74 years old, of Madison County, and confronted him. During the confrontation, it's alleged Barger felt threatened by Gardner and discharged his firearm, striking Gardner. Robert Gardner was transported by ambulance to Baptist Health Richmond with non-life-threatening injuries. As a result of the ensuing investigation, Robert Gardner was medically cleared by Baptist Health Richmond and taken into custody. Mr. Gardner had an active warrant for terroristic threatening third degree and has been lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. Well, more news for AppHarvest. The Kentucky-based indoor agriculture company has filed for bankruptcy in the federal bankruptcy court for the Southern District of Texas. The company's financial challenges led to this decision, including concerns over cash flow and the potential foreclosure of its Richmond greenhouse, which was disclosed by investors back in November. CEO Tony Martin addressed the Chapter 11 filing, stating that the company's board of directors and executive leadership thoroughly evaluated various strategic alternatives to maximize value for stakeholders. The Chapter 11 filing offers protection while AppHarvest works on implementing its strategic plan. Project New Leaf, which was shown promising progress in operational efficiencies, higher sales, cost savings, and improved product quality. As part of the bankruptcy proceedings, AppHarvest is seeking a financial and operational transition to reduce its liabilities. To facilitate the transition, the company sought protection under Chapter 11 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code. In a significant development, AppHarvest has obtained a commitment from Equilibrium, its largest secured creditor, to provide around $30 million in debtor-in-possession financing. This financing will help support ongoing operations at the company's farms in Moorhead, Richmond, and Somerset during the bankruptcy process. AppHarvest is determined to maximize value for its creditors and preserve jobs at its various locations. As part of the restructuring plan, the company is exploring the possibility of transitioning its Berea operations to its distribution partner, Mastronardi Produce, or one of its affiliates. In return for this transition, AppHarvest expects to receive approximately $3.75 million in additional funding and support. Despite the challenging period, AppHarvest remains committed to navigating through the bankruptcy process with the backing of its creditors and partners. Well, at a highway checkpoint in East Bernstadt on Saturday, law enforcement arrested 2 men after discovering that the driver was a fugitive and the passenger was under the influence. The driver, 50-year-old Casper Galen Hurley from McKee, was charged based on information received from the U.S. Marshals Service, confirming that he was a fugitive from another state. Meanwhile, the passenger, identified as 60-year-old Freddie Lee Akers of Williamsburg, was charged with public intoxication and possession of a controlled substance. Following their arrest, both Hurley and Akers were taken into custody and are currently being held at the Laurel County Correctional Center. Further details about the specific circumstances leading to Hurley's fugitive status and the controlled substances found on Akers' possession have not been released. The authorities conducted the checkpoint to ensure public safety and to identify individuals who may pose a risk to the community. Well, in Lexington, a man has been charged for stealing a police cruiser and injuring 2 officers. The suspect, identified as 27-year-old Trenton Adkins, is facing several offenses, including robbery, fleeing or evading police, wanton endangerment, and resisting arrest. He has been booked into the Fayette County Detention Center. According to Lexington Police, the incident began when units responded to a report of a man attempting to remove a manhole cover on East High Street. As the officers approached the suspect, the situation escalated and the suspect assaulted the officers before fleeing in the police cruiser. The stolen police cruiser led on a brief pursuit, during which the suspect crashed into another vehicle at the intersection of High and Broadway. The police were able to apprehend him from this point. The incident resulted in injuries to 2 officers, with 1 officer taken to the hospital by ambulance for medical treatment and the other officer transported by a fellow officer. Both officers sustained minor injuries in that incident. A significant rescue operation took place at Cumberland Falls on Friday evening after it was reported that a person had gone over the falls in a kayak. Park rangers, deputies with the Whitley County EMS, and local fire and rescue teams and other individuals at the park joined forces to assist in the rescue. According to the Whitley County Emergency Management officials, the man was kayaking with a group when, for reasons not yet specified, he went over the falls. People below spotted him and reported that he was alert and talking at that time. As a precaution, he was transported to a nearby hospital for further evaluation. Going over the falls is against the law and can pose significant dangers, not just to the individuals involved, but also to first responders who have to carry out the rescue. It's not clear yet if the man will face any charges in the incident. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We have Sam Ryan in the Weather Center with the latest forecast. That's up next.
Hi, I'm Chris Lowry with Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. From simple service work to full paints, roofing, flooring, and everything in between, we're your one-stop shop for your home maintenance and remodeling needs. Our family has been serving the Richmond area for 3 generations, and we're proud to continue that today. You also voted us the best general contractor in Madison County in 2022. We thank you for that honor. Give us a call for all your construction needs at 859-353-1133.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, We have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 Northwest Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Did you know Markham and Wallace Hospital offers speech therapy for both adults and pediatrics? Why travel north when you can get the care you need right here in Irvine? Adult speech therapy focuses on the assessment and treatment of speech, language, thinking, and swallowing problems. Pediatric speech helps children communicate effectively by assisting with the improvement of their verbal and nonverbal language skills. For more info about the speech therapy department, call 606-723-8235 at Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital. How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Finally, a weekend that wasn't a complete washout. We've got meteorologist Sam Ryan in the Weather Center to give us a look at the upcoming forecast.
Thanks, Gwendolyn, and welcome everyone to your Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. Beautiful shot here, I-75 north of Richmond area, and we're dealing with some sunshine out there. Chance at a few thunderstorms moving in. We'll continue through the overnight, about a 40% chance of that, and then more isolated in nature for the day Tuesday, and again Wednesday could have some widely scattered showers found about as temperatures will be heating up. It's sort of a warm front starting to slide in by Wednesday. Will not only heat us up, but also turning much more humid out there. Here's a look at the storm threat. We do have a marginal, isolated, severe thunderstorm possible with large hail damaging wind as we head into the overnight and into our Tuesday morning. See a slight risk just to the north there, getting up towards Covington. And then a general thunderstorm chance for the day Tuesday, for Tuesday afternoon. So here's that line brushing on through around midnight, maybe 1 a.m., and then starting to clear the area. And then Tuesday afternoon, again, just an isolated storm, not expecting much there. Again, general thunderstorm chance. And then Wednesday, I think we could have a few more around before that all clears out. So our temperatures will be hanging out in the upper 80s here Tuesday, not bad. And then Wednesday, a look ahead, our humidity will be on the rise. We're going to go from the 60s into the low 70s by Wednesday. High temperature now getting close to 90 degrees outside. And we factor in both the heat and the humidity. Again, that dew point temperature, measuring the moisture in the atmosphere, in the low 70s here. Our heat index value, what it feels like, will be closer to 95, maybe even near 100 at times. And getting into Friday, overnight lows also warming up into the low 70s. So isolated storm threat here Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, a few more, but still kind of isolated in nature through the afternoon. Then it all clears, and we should have a cap on the environment Thursday, Friday, but a few more thunderstorms may decorate the landscape heading into Saturday and Sunday with highs near 90. Gwendolyn?
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a Lexington woman, Jamaica Jackson, is now facing criminal charges of second-degree cruelty to animals after a dog was found trapped inside of a dumpster last week. The incident occurred in Constitution Park, where Lexington Parks and Rec employees heard the cries of the distressed animal. The dog was discovered trapped inside the dumpster under scorching temperatures of over 85 degrees. This is not the first time Jackson has faced charges related to animal cruelty. She was previously charged in May for a similar incident. The authorities are investigating both cases. Well, in Lexington today, the 27-year-old Southland area restaurant The Catch Seafood Grill will be closing its doors for an undetermined amount of time. A group of local investors bought the restaurant, according to a Facebook post, who are aiming to honor The Catch in the Southland area. Even though the restaurant will be closed for an unknown length of time, a reopening is expected after renovations are complete. Last Monday, 24-year-old DeMarcus Nemitz of Georgetown was sentenced by Chief U.S. District Judge Danny Reeves to 24.5 years in federal prison for conspiracy to launder drug proceeds and promotional money laundering. Nemitz admitted in his plea agreement to consciously and willingly participating in a conspiracy to launder drug revenue. Nemitz would collect the revenue from distributed drug sales, which included fentanyl and cocaine, count and package it, and then deliver the packages to couriers to the larger drug trafficking organization. Nemitz stated he was responsible for $1.5 million to $3.5 million in drug revenue. The DEA seized 7 kilograms of fentanyl, 2 kilograms of cocaine, and 6 firearms, and approximately $650,000 in cash drug revenue over the course of the investigation. In total, 11 individuals were charged with drug or money laundering conspiracies. 6, including Nemitz, pleaded guilty in November of 2022. 3 went to trial in April of 23, and all were found guilty by the jury and are now awaiting sentencing. 2 others have been sentenced. Nemitz must serve at least 85% of his prison sentence under federal law. Upon his release, he will be monitored closely by the U.S. Probation Office for 3 years. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Dawson Rule is back, and he has sports after this.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
The 6th annual Paradise Luau Dinner for Markham and Wallace Hospital is right around the corner. Saturday, July 29th at the Estill County Golf Club. All the festivities begin at 6 with an evening full of fun and laughter, featuring a Paradise Luau Dinner, music by Chelsea Nolan, Chris Shouts, Jenna Dunaway, and Sheila Neese all performing, plus a live auction. For more info and sponsorship opportunities, contact Kathy Withers at kawithers@mercy.com or call 606-726-2119.
At A&W, we know that sometimes you just gotta mix things up. Shake up your favorite combo with one of our hand-spun Hershey's chocolate, classic vanilla, or real fruit strawberry shakes. Only at A&W. At A&W, we know that size matters. So we made our new triple cheeseburger one tall order with a half pound of juicy 100% U.S. beef and 3 slices of melted American cheese. It'll fill you up and then some. Only at A&W.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Dawson is back with some great sports updates today. Here is all of what's going on in the sports world locally. Now here with Dawson Rule.
Hey folks, I'm back in the Bluegrass. Sports continued while I was in my second home of East Tennessee. So there's lots of things to look back on that happened while I was gone, and also lots of things to look up coming for this week. The Madison Southern girls golf team competed at the Shelby Country Club yesterday in a competition where the team did well. The team tied for 4th place overall, and girls golfer Casey Cameron came in 2nd place overall. Congrats to the team getting the year off started right for the Southern team. How about one last tournament for our Richmond Heat girls? They're currently in the sunny state of Florida playing in the championship games. Good news to report is that 2024 is playing in the Silver Bracket Championship game tonight at 6:12 against the Capital City Tyrants. And the 2025 girls are also in the championship game against BC Denver 2025 in the Platinum. For our younger Heat teams, 2026 is playing House for Hoops today, and 2027 is playing Eyeball Elite. Let's rally around these girls one more time from Richmond as they're going for a national title tonight. Go Richmond Heat! Reminder that the sports panel is at full strength with Michael, Samantha, and myself interviewing many guests tonight. Those include DKU football players, local volleyball star, some little leaguers, and more. Make sure you tune in from 6 to 7 this evening for the best sports show in the area. Although we're still in the hot summer months, local sports are getting closer and closer to being underway. Some local soccer teams already have scrimmages going on, as August 7th is when some of our local teams will officially get their season started. One more important announcement locally, the Madison Central Cross Country team is looking for sponsors for an event coming up on August 11th and 12th. The Run-a-thon will be a 12-hour event where teammates from Central's cross country team will run a mile every hour on the hour. These runners need their miles run sponsored, so this is a great chance to get the team in shape for the coming season while also helping fund this very successful program. Some runners are already committed to running and need miles sponsored, including Kayamara Matuse and William Michael K. Matuse. Support these runners, folks, as the Madison Central Cross Country team has a winning tradition that needs to be maintained and supported locally. That's going to make it a day for our local sports report. Tune in all week for more great updates. This is Dawson Rule, back, bringing you the best sports coverage in Madison County.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports report. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We have lots more news right here today, live at 5.
WBON TV9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel, available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Oh, welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts here. A new organization is springing up in Lexington to help teens of those impacted by gun violence or those who have parents who are incarcerated. The new organization, called One Lexington and led by Devin Karma, is teaming up with other organizations across Lexington to facilitate free basketball, baseball, boxing, computer coding, and music programs for qualifying teens. The programs are called Catering Alternative Pathways and are open to people ages 12 through 17 who have been impacted by gun violence or who have parents who are currently incarcerated. Our media partner, WLAX18, quotes Karma as saying in regards to the importance and mission of the program that it leaves the teens more susceptible to not just gun violence but depression, to substance use. These are things that we saw in our research early on. How can we eliminate that risk? How can we engage that population more so they don't fall victim to some of these things that come with the trauma of having a parent that's incarcerated or dealing with gun violence? According to Karama, the program has about 30 members and is still open for more people to join. To register, parents can contact Karama at dkarama, that's DCARAMA, at lexingtonky.gov. Great program there. Well, if you like gambling, you don't have much longer to wait here in the Commonwealth before it's legal. Gamblers will be able to begin making legal sports bets at racetrack locations across the state on September the 7th and through mobile apps on September the 28th under emergency regulations signed by Governor Andy Beshear at the Red Mile. The new legislation will make Kentucky the 37th state to legalize sports betting. While in many states they require bettors to be 21, in Kentucky you must only be 18 or older. Kentucky's 9 racetracks will be able to apply for licenses to operate retail sports betting sites. They can then offer sports betting in all of their locations. The legislation made the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission, which developed and approved the regulations, responsible for oversight and enforcement of sports betting. Racing Commission officials during a special meeting Monday said that the regulations are designed to protect bettors. The commission plans to add 14 new employees to carry out its new responsibilities. Beshear said the state anticipates $23 million in tax revenue from sports wagering and that the law will keep entertainment and tax dollars now going to surrounding states in Kentucky. And with that, we're going to say goodbye to Live at 5, but don't forget, this is Monday, and that means that we have the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Tonight, EKU football players Patrick Nations and Jonathan Duff, followed by Madison Central High School volleyball player Avery Rigney, and then Richmond Little League All-Stars Junior Division. They are heading to the Nationals, and tonight they're going to be on the Sports Show. Have a wonderful night out there, and don't forget, right here, live at 6, it's going to be the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show with Michael, Dawson, and Samantha. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow, live at 5.